Well, good morning, everyone. Hello. My name is Chelsea with Down Memory Lane, and I am hopping on this blisteringly cold day to show you how to use our live printables. We're going to create a couple layouts together. I'm very, very excited about it. We're starting with our March kit. And you might be like, why are we doing March? Well, we're doing March because we have all 12 months available on our website. So earlier this week, we looked at January and February. We're going to do one of our March layouts today. We are also going to do a February layout. So if you would like to see these in action, see how they work, you've come to the right place. Let me just get connected here so I can make sure to see your questions and comments if you got them. Okay, so let's talk printables really quickly. We have a new product to join our Down Memory Lane family, and they are the printables. These are downloadable. Once you purchase them, they are yours forever. You get to use them as many times as you want, print and reprint and reprint and recreate using the printables. So with every single set you buy, you will get 2 printable sheets just like this. So they are $7.99 for the whole shebang. You're going to get 2 sets of printables. You are also going to get instructions to use those printables to create layouts. So you get to shop your own stash. You can use those items that are in your stash that you have been looking at over and over, right? We all have a giant stash of stuff. So you can go into your stash, pull out the items you need, pull out your printables, cut them up, use them, and you can create beautiful things. So today we're going to be looking at our March layout right here. So we're looking at these printables. These are the simple set of printables, very, very easy to hand cut if you decide to hand cut them. And then we've got our layout over here. So I am going to be hand cutting these today to show you how easy it is to use. But with your purchase, you also get PNG files. I'm going to start cutting these right now. You're going to get PNG files to use on your Cricut machine if you have a machine to use. You will also get PNG or print and cuts for your silhouette if you have a silhouette machine. So you have 3 options for how to use these printables. You'll download them, you'll print them out on your home computer, and then you can either hand cut them like I'm doing right now, so you can see how simple and easy it is to hand cut. Or if you have a machine and you want to use those, they work for Cricut and for Silhouette as well. So lots of options, easy peasy. So how do these printables work? They're very simple. You're going to go to our website here, downmemorylanebox.com. Once you're there, you're going to see our printables tab at the top. So go to the printables tab, click on that, and then once you do, you will see all of the printables we currently have in stock, January through December. So you can purchase it. When you purchase the March one, you're going to get the printables for hand cutting, for Cricuts, and for Silhouette machines, and you're going to get instructions for this layout and for a second layout. So printables and instructions for a second layout as well. All of that for $7.99. And the best part about it, you guys, is you can use it over and over and over again. You can print this as many times as you want. If you want to do albums for multiple sets of kids, grandkids, families, whatever, you can do them over and over. So buy once, print a whole bunch of times, get your money's worth. So right now I am using the simple set of printables that is included in the March box, and I am just rough cutting around these right now. This is how I make it really easy for me to hand cut. I'm just rough cutting these. We're going to cut them all out, and then we're going to put them together. Before we started, I downloaded the printables to my computer. So when you purchase them, you're going to have instant downloads that you can download and save to your computer. You're also going to get them emailed to you. So when you set up your account to purchase them, make sure you're using an email that you're going to check, because that is how your printables are going to be delivered. And then make sure you save that email, because when you go into make more later on, that's how you're going to access them in the future. So I downloaded them. I printed them on my home printer. We used 65-pound cardstock. I think I said 60-pound cardstock on Wednesday, and I was mistaken. We used 65-pound white smooth cardstock that we fed through our regular printer. So just our at-home printer. Printed these out, and now, right now, I'm hand cutting them for you, so you can see how simple and easy it is. Now this set right here is designed for very, very easy hand cutting. So you'll get both. When you purchase them, you're gonna get both. You're gonna get both sets of printables, both sets of instructions, but if you are starting out, it might be good to start with this one so you can kind of get the hang of it. And then the second set we'll do a tutorial on Monday, and you can see how easy those are too. So right now I'm just going in with my scissors, no special scissors needed. This is my Cutter Bee scissors. I just happen to love this brand. But any scissors that you use for normal scrapbooking is just fine. I'm just following along these lines really easily, cutting these little pieces out. You can see how these are all mostly very straight lines. There's a couple little curves in here, but most of these are really, really easy. So this is a great one to start with to get your feet wet. And then when you purchase the March one, you're going to get both, remember? So you can start with this one, and then you can print the other one and go to town with that one too. So if you are just joining me now, I am using our new printables. This is our March set. I'm using our new printables to create the layouts. This is our March downloadables. So I downloaded those. You will go here to downmemorylanebox.com. If you're a box subscriber, now this is not a monthly set. These you just buy individually. Whichever ones you want, you can purchase, and then they're yours forever. This is not a monthly club. But if you are a monthly box subscriber, that's one of our other things that we have. It's the same website, but when you get to it, you're going to click the Printables tab on the top. So click that Printables tab. It will take you to the Printables section, and then you can purchase whichever ones you want. So right now we have January through December all available. You can purchase them all. You can purchase them individually, whatever you want. But again, once you purchase them, they're yours forever. So you're going to purchase those. They will be emailed to you right away. So you could start creating today. You're going to go into your email, open up the files, print them out. The files will include 5 different things, all right? So you are going to get a PDF with the printables. So you're going to have a PDF with these 2 printable sheets. We're using this one today, but you'll also receive this one. If you are going to hand cut them, you'll print out your PDF files on 65-pound white cardstock, and then you can start hand cutting. If you plan to use a machine, a Cricut or a Silhouette, that's an option as well. You don't have to have a machine, but if you have one and you want to use it, those files are also included. So you'll get a PNG to use on your Cricut for print and cuts, and you will get a print and cut file for Silhouette if you want to use those. So that's how you're going to get these printable files. But that is not all you receive. You also get instruction sheets. So not only do you get these printables that you can use over and over and over again, you're going to get instruction sheets that show you exactly what you need to grab out of your stash and how to cut them and lay them out to create layouts. So you will get 2 instruction sheets, one for each set of printables included, And all of that is only $7.99. So infinite layouts, plus you get to use your stash, which, come on, how many of us don't have just piles of things, piles of paper in our stash that are staring us in the face. So it's a nice way to do that. Oh, that is such a great idea. Teresa said we're supposed to get up to 14 inches of snow on Sunday. Oh boy. And Monday. So she plans on getting some of these and working on them. That's a brilliant idea. Did you guys, okay, so we are in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I don't know if you guys are familiar with our little cold snap right now, but when I went out to get into my car this morning, it was negative 25 air temperature. And with the wind chill, it was negative 44. So safe to say, I'm pretty glad that we're doing March layouts right now because I am done with January. I am done. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to cut out one of those circles, but you saw how easy peasy it is. Actually, I'll cut one more. I'll cut one more. I kind of glossed over that. So this is probably the most complicated cut of this first one, which is a circle. It's not a big deal. Here's a little tip that I use. I do not move my scissors. I move my hand. So I'll put my scissors in here, get it in a nice grip, and then I just start slowly closing it, and you'll see my scissors are staying in the same place, but I'm turning the paper, and then you get these beautiful little curves. Easy peasy to cut a circle. So if you're hand cutting and you're doing these circles, that's the easiest way to do it. It's super nice and light on your fingers too. Like all you're doing is squeezing. All this hand is doing is squeezing very slowly. And then the other hand is just turning the paper to meet the blade. So very, very simple. But again, if you're going to use your Cricut machine or your Silhouette machine, it can do it for you. So we have those pieces all cut. Very nice and simple. Now we're going to use our instruction sheet. So here's what we do. We have the color photo that's going to show you where everything goes. And right here, after you've printed out your papers, you're going to look at the you will need section. And on there, it will show you what exactly you need from your stash. So in this case, we need 2 12 by 12 medium greens, 2 12 by 12 dark greens, and on and on and on. After you've pulled those items from your stash, and again, this says medium green and dark green because you don't have to match perfectly. It doesn't have to be the perfect match. It just gives you some tones. So whatever you have in your stash is completely fine. Once you've pulled those items, and I've gotten a little bit ahead of us, started to pull all those other colors, you're going to look at the layout instructions. Down here, this is going to tell you exactly how to cut those items. So you're going to take the lightest green, you're going to cut a 3 by 12, and on and on. That's how you cut for the photo mats and the other pieces in here. Okay? So you're going to use page 1 of your printables, which we just all hand cut right here, and you're going to start putting them together. So what I like to do, I like to get all my printables cut, move them along to the side, and then I start with the big stuff. So we're going to start with the big pieces. I like to get these in place first so I know what I'm working with. So I have these right here. I'm going to start putting these down. We got 1, 2. So I have already pre-cut these just to save us some time because we all know how much we love watching people cut things on their paper trimmers. So I have pre-cut these and put some adhesive on the back so that we can get that part together. And then we're going to start just putting these on. So I just hand cut these. Easy peasy. So we're going to start putting these together using our photo. March. Ta-da. Look at all that green. Right now, Wisconsin is very, very, I don't know if blustery is the right word, but kind of all one color. All one color. So it's kind of nice to see some color here. I'm just going to cut this one down just a little bit because I cut my white just a little short. Let's see. How do we see that? Yes, that looks beautiful. All right. Oh, there's more people. Oh, yes, you guys are all getting snow and ice right now. I have been thinking about you Southerners getting the ice and the snow. You know, we here in Wisconsin, we're really used to it. In fact, you guys, I brought my dog out this morning at about 5 o'clock. And you're going to think I'm nuts, but I went out in flip-flops. I was like, I can't be bothered to put real shoes on. And I was fine. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't be out there forever. But yeah, I think we're bred a little bit different here in Wisconsin. So you can see how easy this comes together. If you're just joining us now, I just hand cut all our printables. You saw me hand cut it. You can scroll back and watch me do it if you would like to. And now we're putting them together. You can see how quick and easy this comes together. Once you have them printed out, so once you have your printable sheet, here's what we started with. Once you have your printable sheet printed out and your instruction sheet, which honestly, you guys, you don't even need to print these. You can keep that on your computer if you want to and just reference it if you want to save the ink. Print these out, just hand cut them, and then start following the instructions. It's so simple. So I have some of our pieces cut here. We're gonna put this side together. Again, I really like to start with the big chunky pieces in the back so I know where those are all gonna go, and then I start putting things on top. So we've got our We're So Lucky here. It's not super cute. And then we're just gonna keep going. So if you have not seen our printables, this is how they work in action. If you're hand cutting them, this is exactly how they work. If you want to use your machine, it's just as simple. You just print them and use your machine to do print and cuts. That's also very easy. But you can see how quick and easy these come together. So how do our printables work? One more time, let's talk about that before we finish up here and move on to our next layout. DownMemoryLaneBox.com is where you're going to go. That is the website that the printables are on. You can head to downmemorylanebox.com. Once you're there, you're going to set up an account. Now, if you're already a box subscriber, you do not need to set up an account. You're already set up, so you're all set. But if you have never been there before, just set up an account really quick and easy. Make sure you use an email that you're going to check, because that is how you're going to get your printables. Look how quick that came together, guys. So fast. So cute, right? So you're going to go here. You're going to set up your account using an email you're going to check. You're going to go to the Printables tab. So there's a tab right above on the top. You're going to go to the Printables tab. You're going to find our printables, all of the printables that are available right then and there. Then you choose whichever ones you want. So if you want to purchase March, you're going to get all of these files, all of them. You're both printable sets, both layouts. You're going to get printables you can hand cut. You will also get the PNGs for your Cricut. You will also get the silhouette files. So all of that will come to you with one purchase of $7.99. Once you purchase them, you can download them immediately, or they will also be sent to your email. So just make sure you keep that email, put it in a special folder, or download those items right away, because that is what you're going to go back to when you decide to make more layouts. So you're going to purchase these one time, and you can make them as many times as you want. Once you've purchased them, you just print them out on your home printers. You're going to follow the instructions right here to pull the items from your stash. You could go shopping in your craft room. Pull the items from your stash that you need, and then you can start following the instructions to put them together. It is so easy peasy. It's going to save you a ton of time, a ton of money, because you're going to use what you already have, and you're going to use these printables over and over again, and you can just keep on creating. So that is our March layout for today. That is the one that we're going to do. We're going to do the other March layout next Monday. We're going to put the other one together. But we're going to roll back a little bit, and we're going to do our February layout so you can see how this one comes together as well. So we're going to put March to the side. I'm going to pull out my February layout. So these are the pieces for February. And once again, I have already pulled the items from my stash that I need. So I've already looked at this, printed it out, found all the pieces that I need, and I've started that process. So you don't have to watch me do that. And then we're going to take our printable sheet, cut it out, and put it together. So I'm going to start by putting these layout pieces on the background so you can kind of see it begin to come together. So we have our reds and our nice warm browns. Another nice thing about this too is that you don't have to match color perfectly. So I don't know if you can tell here, this calls for a light blue or a light greenish color, but I had this beautiful deep blue, kind of like a bright sea shade in my stash, and I thought it looked fabulous with these colors. So that's what I used. So you don't have to match it perfectly. This is a starting point. This is a beginning point that will get you some pieces that are going to help you start creating. But whatever you have in your stash is completely and totally fine. You are welcome to switch things up if there are colors that you like better. Maybe you want a little bit more pink. Maybe you want a little bit more red. You could go totally off the rails and do orange if you want to. It doesn't matter. But if you want to do it exactly like this, you just follow the instructions, pull out those pieces and go to town. Or use it as, like I said, your stepping stone to create other things. So there's our background pieces. Easy peasy. Now we're going to start cutting these, and I am going to be cutting them by hand today with my little trusty cutter bees. But remember, when you purchase these, you're going to get PDFs for hand cutting, so you can hand cut just like this. You're also going to get PNGs to use with your Cricut. You can print and cut them using your Cricut machines. And you are also going to get print and cuts for Silhouette. We here at Down Memory Lane use Silhouette machines. That's what we use to cut out all of our kits. So that is what we are most familiar with. But we have also test cut them on Cricut, and we have test cut them hand cut too. And all three of them work beautifully. As you can see, the hand cutting is very, very simple and easy to do. This is a really great option. I know it's super cold out right now. I was just saying earlier that it is -44 with the wind chill here in Wisconsin. I do not want to go outside. I just want to sit and craft all day inside. So this is something really nice and easy you can do from your home. And again, you can do this as many times as you want, so that's awesome. But also, if this is about the season where crops really start to pick up, and if you want to make it super duper easy at whatever craft or craft group that you're going to, you can just print a whole bunch of these out, get your papers together, use your instruction sheet, go into your stash, gather your papers, get them all like pulled together, and then when you go to a crop, you've created your own little kits that you can bring and use. And like I said, the best part of this, well, there's really two parts that I'm absolutely in love with. One of them is the fact that you pay $7.99 to get these printables, all of the files, all of the instruction sheets that you can reprint as many times as you want. So some people have asked, like, what do we use to print them? The best product that we've found to print them is 65-pound white cardstock that will go beautifully through our printer. We just have a regular printer here, and we use 65-pound white smooth cardstock. I think I said 60-pound Wednesday. I was mistaken. It's 65 pounds. 60 pound would work as well, but this is 65-pound cardstock. So it's just a little bit thicker than regular printer paper, but it'll go through your printer really nicely. And then you just print them out on regular settings at home whatever your regular color settings are on your printer at home, you can print those out. If you do not have a color printer, maybe you don't want to print them all at home, that's also totally fine. You can take these files, since they are sent to you digitally, you can take the files to a printer. So there have been many times that I've taken things to like Kinko's or Office Max, just brought the files in, said, here, I want this many items printed, and had them printed for me. And since you can do these infinite amount of times, you can just bring in the files, say, I want this many copies, whatever you want to do. It makes it really easy if you'd like to go that route. So lots of different options for getting these printed. I personally just really like to print them at home. I don't have to go out in the cold. I don't have to plan ahead. I can just print them out and create when I'm ready to. So I'm just hand cutting these right now. You can see how simple it is. It's very easy. It doesn't take very long. I'm cutting this entire sheet right now, and it's going super fast, and I'm talking while I'm doing it. So, you know, another thing that I've learned from cropping myself is that when I'm at crops, I like to chit chat, right? Sometimes I chit chat a little bit more than I craft, because it's hard not to, right? You want to talk, you want to catch up, laugh, all that sort of stuff. This is really a simple way to get a lot of things done, just hand cutting these. You don't have to think super hard. You just follow those lines. It's kind of like, you know, doing a coloring book or something in childhood. Very simple. You're just cutting these simple lines. You can chit chat the whole time and still get a whole bunch done. So this is the February layout. We just did March. If you missed the March one, I will show that to you at the end, but you can watch how simple the March one goes together. Every day we're going to be doing a few of these. Every day except for Thursday, I guess. We won't be doing them on Thursdays, but every other day we're going to be doing a couple of layouts so you can see how simple these printables go together. It's also really fun to see them in real life too. Like it's very cool to see them when they're all put together. So you can watch me put them together, get inspired. I was saying before there were two things I liked about them, then I got off track, as per usual. But the other thing I really love about these printables, other than the massive cost savings and the ability to do these many times, is the fact that I get to use the items in my stash. So I have so many pattern papers, cardstock pieces, all sorts of things in my stash that just kind of sit there, right? It's money that I have paid and it's not going to use, which is really very frustrating. And so this is a beautiful way for us to partner with you. You can use items from your stash and create layouts using the printables and the things that you have. So the other really nice thing is that you do need full sheets for like the backgrounds. Obviously, if we're doing a background, we need a 12 by 12, but a lot of the colors, you don't need a whole lot. So you can even use scraps. Like in this case, we needed 2 3x4s of that blue color. I happen to have a little less than a 4 by 12. So I didn't even need a whole sheet. I just had some scraps. I cut those pieces out and they're on a gorgeous layout. So lots of wonderful things you can do. You can use up scraps. You can use up papers you love. It's super easy. All right, these are the most challenging ones. They just have a little bit of a round spot, but they're not hard. So here we go. We're gonna get rolling on these. So the other thing that I like to point out with cardstock from your stash is that you do not have to match exactly. So we have starter colors for you. These are colors that we think look good together. We've given you, like you're gonna need dark red, dark pink, lighter pink. You can follow that exactly if you want to, but you do not have to match tone. So all you need to know is that you need one pink that's lighter, one pink that's darker. You can choose whatever you have in your stash to use that. Also, if you decide you want to deviate from it, you absolutely can. There is no rules with these. So we give you these instruction sheets because we know you guys love them. We've been asked many, many times for more instructions, more sketches, more things like that. And so that is why we included these. We don't want to just give you stuff. We don't want to just give you, here's the printables, go figure out what to do with them. That's not who we are. We are going to give you the tools to make beautiful things with them. So you can get these printables, but then we're also going to give you instruction sheets that at least give you a starting point. So if you want to follow them exactly, you absolutely do that. That is what they are designed to do. But if you would like to flex your creative muscles and do something a little different, go to town. We love that. We are creative people too, and we love it when people flex their creative muscles. In fact, if you do that, if you change things up and do something a little different, maybe you choose different colors, maybe you put things in a different spot, come back and show us the photos. We would love to see it. There's no rules saying you have to do exactly what we do, but we also are going to design them really cute so that you can, and it'll look lovely. So let's talk real quick about how to get these printables if you're joining us a little bit later and you're interested as I finish up this last part. Right up here is our website. That's downmemorylanebox.com. You're going to go there. That is our normal monthly subscription box website. These printables are not a monthly subscription. These are just purchase whatever you want. Purchase them once. Use them forever. So you're not into any sort of monthly subscription when you purchase the printables. The box is a whole separate deal. But if you are in our box, if you are a box member, you do not need to set up a new account. If you're not a box member, you don't have to be. You can just set up an account on that website, making sure that you use an email that you're going to check. Okay? So set up your email, set up your account, and then you can purchase any one of the printables you want. You're going to click that printable tab on the top of the website. If you're on a cell phone, the printable tab is going to be in the little drop down at the top. Just click that. You're going to see all of our printables that are available. So right now I'm doing the February layout, but you can pick any or all of the layouts that are there. So we have January through December available right now. So you can go ahead and purchase all of those right now. You're going to get the instant downloads. So the downloads are available right then and there. If you want to, you can download them to your computer. That's what I would do. I would download them right there. I would save them to my computer or hard drive right then. But you're also going to get them sent to you in email. So keep that email. Do not let that go. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one here. Do not get rid of that email, because that's how you're going to access these files later. You can access them where you save them, and you can access them later through your email. So check that email, pull it open. You're going to get a whole bunch of files, okay? So you're going to get the print and cut PDF files that you can print and hand cut. That's what I used today. So I printed those out, hand cut them. You're also going to get the PDF files for your Cricut. So if you are going to use a Cricut machine, you'll get the PDF files. A little tip for you Cricut users, on the bottom here, we put what we resized our document to. So the PNG. Once you open it in your Cricut, it's going to come in really large. We do that so that the quality stays really good. So once you do that, look at the bottom of the sheet, and if you open Cricut PNG 1, this is what we sized it to get the right size. So you're going to resize that, print and cut it. Or if you have a Silhouette machine, you can use your Silhouette to print and cut these also. So all of those files are going to come to you. Whether you have a machine or not, you're going to get access to all of them. So even if you get a machine later in life, maybe you get one for your birthday or for Christmas, you will have those files. Once you purchase this set for $7.99, they'll be yours forever. You can use them when you've got your machine if you want to. But otherwise, you guys have seen how easy it is to hand cut these. Very, very easy, painless, simple, and you can start creating immediately. You are also going to get, this is one of the best parts, these instruction sheets. So they're going to show you exactly what to pull out of your stash. So you can go stash shopping, get in that craft room, look around at what you've got, snag some stuff out of there to use, and then you just follow the instructions. They give you layout instructions here that are going to tell you exactly how to cut things. I did that just before we started, cut all these pieces and started gluing them together, and then you can create. Look how simple and easy that is. So this is the February one. February, when you purchase February, it will come with the instruction sheets, the layout PNGs for 2 different sets. So you're going to get both sets of printables, both sets of die cuts. You're also going to get both sets of instruction sheets. All of that delivered to you for $7.99 that you can use over and over and over again. So this is the one we did today for February. We also did our March layout. If you missed that one, this is the March layout. We print and hand cut those as well. So that's our March layout. Here's what you get when you purchase March, though. You get all of these. When you purchase them today for $7.99, you'll get the instant downloads. You'll also get them emailed to you right away, so you can start creating this afternoon. Pretty fabulous, huh? So next Monday, I'm going to be doing the other set of die cuts, the other layouts from March and February. So we'll be looking at these and doing those together. We have done January and February in previous videos. So if you would like to go and see those, you can check those out. Those are on our Facebook page. But I would invite you to head over here to downmemorylanebox.com. Check out our printables. They are super affordable, super cute, and like I said, great way to use your stash and to create lots and lots of layouts. So thank you so much for joining me today, you guys. If you have purchased them and have tried to use them so far, they've only been out for about a week and a half, but we would love to hear from you. I know Teresa, you've been a great champion of it. She says she learned something new she can do with her Cricut, which is fabulous. We love that. But yeah, let us know how much you love them. And if you have not checked them out yet, head over, check them out, give them a try. We know you're going to love them too. All right, guys, I will see you later today for our regular live sale. Join me then. Bye.